Hey everyone, it's Miranda. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, for the first time, subscribe, become the newest member of the Slash Squad. Okay, today I have kind of an embarrassing story, but I really figured that this might help somebody else going through the same problem. It all started maybe about 3-ish months ago, kind of right before my wedding. I noticed that every time immediately after I stepped out of the shower after washing my hair did not smell good. Not only did it not smell good, but it smelled bad. And the thing is that at the time I was using pretty, what I would consider high-end hair care that smelled amazing. I was using Wedad and Diva Curl and Macadamia and Aveda. So there was no reason why my hair should have smelled bad right after washing it with these products. So at first I thought that maybe I was just heat styling my hair too much and then like it was burnt, so then when it was wet I smelled the burntness. But even after like laying off the heat styling, the smell wasn't really going away. Now mind you, once my hair dried, the smell was neutral, like there was no offensive odor, but as soon as it got wet in the shower, I could smell it. It was pretty strong. And then while it was air drying, which is kind of like my preferred method of drying my hair, it was pretty prominent. Like I could smell it on myself while I was just sitting there waiting for my hair to dry. The smell was not like BO or anything. It was kind of like musty and kind of like a wet dog. So that was really weird to me and hard to handle because I was like, you know, I'm using really good products on my hair right now, and this situation is not getting any better. So I took to good old Dr. Internet to look up what might be the issue with this. So the first thing that had been recommended to me by a friend was to not let my hair air dry and start blow drying it. So the thought process behind this was to not create an environment where mildew could form, and maybe that was the reason my hair was smelling bad, and that was terrifying. Now I'm not sure if I've really talked about it a lot on YouTube, but if you follow my blog or social media, you might know that I do struggle with dandruff. It's something I've struggled with since I was a kid. And when I was online reading about mildew in the hair and how that can cause odor, it said that it could also be mistaken for dandruff. So I was like freaking out and I'm like, oh my God. So then I started blow drying my hair right after my shower. And while that took away the smell like immediately, because like I said, when my hair was dry, I couldn't smell anything. It was only when my hair was wet. The next time I would shower, the smell was still there. So I didn't think that that was really the issue. Basically what my friend was saying, because she knows that I have very thick and very wavy hair, it does take several hours to completely dry if I am air drying it, and that could foster an environment where mildew could form. So I kind of ruled that one out on my own, even with blow drying, even though my hair looked like amazing. I was giving myself a blowout basically every week. The smell wasn't going away. Then I wanted to check my water because we definitely do have hard water in this house, but we have a water softener. So I went downstairs into my garage and I noticed that we were low on salt, which helps the water softener. So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll add more salt. I did that. Smell still persisted. So then I took to the internet once more because I was getting really desperate. Even though not many people were around me when my hair was wet and smelled bad. I mean, my husband is, and he even noticed it at one point. He's like, what's that smell? And I'm like, oh no, I'm dying inside. It's still something that I felt was an indication that something was wrong because that shouldn't be happening. So I took to the internet once more and I literally Googled, why does my hair smell bad after I shower? And I came across something that sounds really weird, but it's called smelly hair syndrome. Fantastic, right? The first thing that comes up is a Huffington Post article literally called What is Smelly Hair Syndrome? And it basically describes a sweaty, muggy smell, which I could kind of relate to what I was smelling. Mine was kind of more on the wet dog side. Now, a lot of these articles that were talking about smelly hair syndrome were kind of alluding to the fact that the hair smelled bad, like when dry and people were going to work and people would smell their hair. And so for me, like I said, it was only when my hair was wet. So I was like, well, this could still possibly relate to me and maybe I'm just not that intense about it. So among all these articles, I kept coming across the same term, which was seborrheic dermatitis. So I went ahead and started looking at what that is, and it's actually a very common condition. Now I just want to put a disclaimer here. I am not a medical professional, nor did I see a medical professional for this particular problem. I have seen my doctor for dandruff in the past, which they have put me on medicated shampoo for, but this particular word or phrase or condition has never been brought up to me by a medical professional. However, I started reading about seborrheic dermatitis and I could relate so hard that I would be very surprised if I did not have this. So first of all, it can cause stubborn dandruff, which I absolutely have. It's related to dryness, flakiness, redness, which all happens on my scalp underneath this beautiful mane of hair is a nightmare. So FYI. Long story short, this condition has also been loosely linked to odor in the hair in some people that have it. So I was like, this sounds kind of like a good fit. Now, being a beauty blogger and vlogger, I get sent a ton of products, some of them where I don't have an immediate use for, but I kind of save them for a rainy day. And I remembered that I had products specifically for seborrheic dermatitis under my bathroom sink. And they were these Neutrogena T gel, Therapeutic Shampoo and Conditioner. You can tell that I've been using them. First of all, why is the conditioner so small? Like, y'all know that we use more conditioner than shampoo, right? But I digress. It's specifically designed for dandruff, psoriasis, and seborrheic dermatitis. So I was like, this is worth a shot because I was getting really desperate. Now, I will admit, this actually doesn't smell all that great. So I was a little worried where I'm like, why am I adding something that doesn't smell yummy to my hair, which already smells bad? But to me, it does smell medicinal. So I was like, okay, well, we're just gonna try it. So I used this, I lathered it into my scalp, and I also ran it down the shafts of my hair. I don't normally do that with shampoo, but because I was experiencing this and clearly it had been going on for a while, I just wanted like a really deep cleanse. Now, it does say to leave it on for several minutes, so I just kind of let it sink in for a little bit before rinsing out. Now, just for your reference, the active ingredient in the shampoo is coal tar, which is supposed to help with dandruff and the dermatitis. Now, the conditioner active ingredient is salicylic acid, which is also supposed to help dandruff as well. So you're kind of getting two different treatments that are supposed to synergize and really help your scalp. So I use this as a normal conditioner, focusing on the shafts of my hair and the ends, rinsed it out. I was really surprised for having had this problem for several months. This like immediately worked. And I even told Adam, I'm like, smell my hair. And he's like, I can only really smell the shampoo. And I'm like, that's great. So I was very pleasantly surprised that this almost immediately worked. So I've stuck to using this exclusively as my shampoo for about the past month and a half. Now, clearly with the conditioner, I'm almost completely out. I was trying to prolong it after the first like 3 washes of just this combo exclusively. Then I started switching this out with like my deep conditioner from macadamia and Hask, prolonging this and for the nice smell. And sure enough, after I washed my hair with this and then used a nice smelling conditioner, I could smell the conditioner after I washed my hair and not stinkiness. So that's kind of the end of the story. I'm not struggling with this problem anymore. It was such a simple solution. I do think that it would be smart for me to go to a dermatologist and kind of have that validation that this is actually something that's wrong with me. But the fact that this is specifically designed for that condition and it helped me with my problem also kind of gives me the feeling that I had the problem in the first place. Now, the best part of this whole situation and discovery is that, again, these are from Neutrogena. They are over the counter, you don't need a prescription, and they are affordable. So the solution is perfect all around because, to be honest, I don't know how long I'm gonna have to be using this to like keep things under control, if it's going to have to be an every shower thing or if it can be kind of like a once a month type of cleanse. We'll find out. I'm still using it every time I wash my hair just for now because I am still in those early phases of getting rid of the problem. I'm hoping that in the future though I can change it to like a once a month thing. However, when I do have to purchase this and then repurchase it, it's not going to break the bank. Also, this has been a miracle worker for my dandruff. My dandruff, like I mentioned earlier in the video, was very stubborn and very uncomfortable for me. I had an itchy scalp, it would get inflamed, I would have flakes. It was just not a pretty situation. Since I started using this, I've had very minimal flaking, like very, very minimal, and zero itchiness or redness. So that alone makes this like an amazing shampoo to me, but then because it also tackled the smell issue, this was like, ah! So yeah, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm hoping that I can help at least one person who may have been experiencing the same issue. Try this, see if it works. In the long run, I know the best suggestion is go to a dermatologist if you're having ongoing problems, see what's under the hood, see if they can help you out, and just get straight to the solution that's right for you. That is the responsible thing to do. But for now, there's the internet, and I suggest this. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Hit thumbs up if you appreciated the honesty in this video. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, become a member of the Slash Squad, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!